Welcome. You are the first one that I'm doing this way, and I'm super excited. So this one might be a little bit bumpy, but there's no better person to start with than the first zodiac sign in the wheel. So Aries, the title of your reading is Love Always Wins. And the stone for you that I got, that I was drawn to, is the amethyst. Now, the amethyst is a spiritual stone. It promotes purification, it promotes awakening and peace, but it also is said to kind of alleviate, codependencies and addictions, and supposedly curbs overindulgence. So that may be important in your reading as it kind of goes on, but I do have some messages for you. So in the meditation, the first thing I saw was a horseshoe. And again, I'm always going to encourage you to do your own research, but I went and looked up what a horseshoe means. And everybody knows that it's a symbol of good luck. It's a symbol of, good fortune. But I wanted to know why it became as such. So I looked up the meaning and the story behind the horseshoes. So apparently, Saint Dunstan was visited by the devil himself in like the 10th century. And this hoofed devil came in and asked for a horseshoe. And Saint Dunstan used a red hot iron nail to secure a horseshoe to this hoofed foot of the devil. And it caused the devil great pain. From there, the devil then asked him to remove it because it was so painful. And St. Dunstan said that I will only remove this under one condition, and it's that you will never enter anywhere that a horseshoe is hung. And so the devil agreed and obliged, and that's why, supposedly, horseshoes have become a symbol of good luck. Now, I also learned that you hang a horseshoe with the horns up. That is the symbol, and only blacksmiths can hang their horseshoes with the curve up. So I thought that was kind of interesting too. But that was interesting because I got this, love always wins. We're talking about peace, spirituality, awakening, purifying with your stone. Good luck, good fortune, luck, and warding off evil. So with that, I then saw a horseshoe crab. And the thing about horseshoe crabs, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but they actually have a really, really important purpose. They have blue blood, and something about their blood, it contains important immune cells that are exceptionally sensitive to bacteria. So this actually is used, their blood is used to test a lot of the vaccines. I just got my vaccine round one yesterday. Apparently their blood, this specific bacteria that is super sensitive to toxins, is used to check vaccines for contamination of bacteria. So maybe there's something that shouldn't be around you. I don't know. This is why we're going to pull cards, but I'm just trying to piece these messages together. So I got the horseshoe, the crab, the blue blood. I got this nudge about trying something new. It deals with pentacles, so it deals with actual things, whether it's with money, business. And then I saw the Aries symbol, which is, the ram. But I then saw it as like a split hair. So the line, "Are we splitting hairs here?" came into mind. And it's a line from The Big Lebowski. It's probably my favorite movie of all time. Are we splitting hairs here? And so I looked up the origin of that, and it's from the 17th century. And it came from somebody thinking that a single human hair is so thin and so fine that it was a waste of time to try and split it. So I'm wondering if you've identified something that shouldn't be in your environment. And, it's sensitive to bacteria. Bacteria is invasive. It's toxin. It's not supposed to be there. Maybe there's something in your environment that shouldn't be around you. And it's an actual thing. Again, I mentioned pentacles. So then when I saw the human hair and the concept of wasting time, I feel like by allowing it to be in your space, you just keep wasting your own time. Now, it doesn't matter. Love always wins. So as long as you address whatever it is with nothing but love, and love is, it's not just like, oh, I love it, I care for it, I'm nice to it. Nice isn't love. Loyal isn't love. Love is honoring what's best for the situation and you as a whole. And in the end, self-love is the ultimate love, because if you don't love yourself, you're going to allow other people, you treat other people how to treat you. So self-love always wins. You always need to win because, and not necessarily you need to win the battle, but you need to understand that you are meant to be put first. You win. You are first. So I don't know if that helps, but I do want to pull some cards. I have a standard, I just spilled a little bit if that is anything. I say everything that's part of the reading is part of the reading. But I have a standard setup that I do, or a standard spread. So it's going to be 5 cards. I use my deck. I love this. I'm really, really proud of this. I start with fresh decks, so they're all organized. And so I want to understand, Aries, what it is that is always winning about the situation. So let's see what we got here. I'm going to shuffle a little bit. Blue blood. So what is powering this situation? What is powering this situation for an Aries? They have to flip, they have to fall. What is powering this situation? One got left out, I'll look at it, but I'm not going to take it yet. What is powering this out? Love always wins. That is way too many. Envy, intolerance, love, community, invention, generous, and inspire. So the gut instinct I get from this is that somebody sees something that they want and it's not in alignment with what they already have. This is somebody else. These cards in my deck reverse means it's happening to somebody else. And it involves love even came out. The love card actually came out. So that's kind of interesting. So maybe somebody sees that you love something else. Maybe someone is threatened that you love something more than them. And it's important to love yourself more than anything. It gets a little iffy if you have, kids and stuff, because yes, you're supposed to absolutely love your kids. But by loving yourself and honoring yourself and respecting yourself first, that is going to make you the best possible parent that you can be for your kids. And your kids don't need, they need to be raised by a healthy, whole, happy person, not somebody who's faking it just to make it work. And that's why I will always say I don't wish bad endings or tough endings for anybody, but nobody leaves situations because they're good. If you know that you need to leave and maybe you're holding on to a relationship because, staying together for the kids, what are you teaching them down the road? It's really just teaching them to accept bad behavior, to accept what isn't right for them, just for the sake of a traditional, stable home or family or whatever it is. And unfortunately, those things are becoming more and more a minority, and it's not a bad thing. I mean, the normalization of that is actually doing us all a favor in a way, because it's not normal unfortunately, for a lot of families to not be blended, to not be separated, and then, to blend with other families. It's normal. So I'm almost encouraging the normalization of that. I'm not saying that traditional, partners who make it work. My parents are high school sweethearts. I think it's beautiful. So I believe in that too, but it comes down to what's right for you. If you know you're in an abusive, toxic relationship or a situation that isn't conducive to a healthy home, happy home, yeah, I encourage you to move to a community or create a community that is going to inspire change for the better. And so that's kind of what all these cards are saying for me. And with Mystic on the bottom, the bottom card is a common denominator. With Mystic on the bottom, I want to say that you just need to believe that it's possible. You need to believe that when you start to make changes that are right for you, it's not saying they're going to be easy by any means. That's not what it is. But it's going to put you on the right path, and the universe will conspire with you when it's for the highest good of all. So if you have to make tough choices to leave tough situations, just believe, have that little bit of spirituality, that little bit of mysticism, belief, whatever you want to call it, that you're doing the right thing, and because you are doing the right thing, you will be rewarded in the right ways. And it's going to be those minor miracles that come in and save you in, the right times when you really are experiencing this, matter of hopelessness. And again, I'm not wishing this on anybody. I'm saying that these are all just very real possible things that happen that we are meant to teach us. Because if you just get miracle after miracle, and good thing after good thing, that's not realistic. And eventually you start to really become desensitized to the idea that miracles exist in the first place. Like, if everything's a miracle, what's really a miracle? It's like everyone says chicken wings are amazing. No, what's amazing is like somebody walking on water. And I'm not a super religious person. But supposedly, walk on water it's kind of a feat to be had. So if we're calling walking on water as amazing as chicken wings, like, we need to be a little bit more cautious with the words that we really choose to use. So I feel like, yeah. Okay, so I just got sidetracked really hard. That thought wasn't supposed to be finished. That's fine. The 3 cards that fell out are stagnant, ineffective, and creativity. And I actually really, really like that for what we were just talking about. So I feel like something is keeping you stuck in a situation. Something is not allowing you to move forward. And maybe you're holding on to something because in the past it was, you've invested a lot into it. So maybe it is a marriage. And again, I don't wish divorce on anybody. I wish for solutions to problems and the highest, goodest, greatest outcome for all. Sometimes, unfortunately, divorce is the answer. Separation, removing yourself from abusive, toxic environments. I just keep getting nudged to say that. And so maybe you've tried a lot of different things to unstuck yourself from this, or, somebody else is putting in effort and it's not enough to make to result in the changes that you need or need to see. And so now it's up to you to be creative. And this is also my Empress card. And the thing, I include Morse code on these. This is a message for me. This also represents the manifestation concept of change. Because you can't change a situation until you accept it. And once you accept it, once you know that something needs to, be different, it's not until you put effort into creating the change that you need to see. I'm not saying that, once you decide something needs to be different, like you need a new house, like you still have to go and look for a new house. You still have to do the work. But until you create a vision and start to take actions toward it, the universe can't step in to help, if that makes sense. And this is a really abstract thought, trust me, I know. But again, I've put a lot of faith into the universe, and I've been able to recover from some really crazy emotional, financial, whatever you want to call every situation, just because I believed, and divine timing was at play that created some miracles that I never anticipated were even possible. Things I couldn't even fathom that were better than, what I thought I wanted. And it's not always easy. I can't say that enough, but it is important. It has to happen. So if someone is keeping you stuck, if what you are in is no longer working, you may be seeing the number 55, you may be seeing the number 16, 17, or you may be seeing the number 3. But to me, this is like a plan that didn't go as planned, a situation that's keeping you stuck, and maybe you've been daydreaming or, trying to figure out a way to solve this problem. We have opportunity on the bottom. You've been daydreaming and trying to figure out a way to solve this problem. And it's time to put those plans into action. Opportunity, the time is here. Ace of Pentacles. That's change. That is like, here you go. It's time. You will be rewarded for doing what is right for you. And I believe that. I fully believe that. So I hope this helps. I didn't even do my 5-card spread. This video is already about 15 minutes. So I just wanted to remind you that self-love is the most important kind of love. A better you means a better experience for everybody that you impact from there on out. And if there is somebody that is intentionally Or maybe it's not intentional. Maybe they don't know they're doing it, but you've asked them, to do things differently and they're not. It's okay to make the changes that you need for you and your life moving forward. As long as you address them all from a loving space, not a hateful, blameful space. You can only own half of the work, half of the responsibility. But that's the other thing. You can only own half of it. So if you decide that this stagnant situation is not working for you anymore, or maybe somebody else did, maybe you feel left. And in that case, I'm going to say, splitting hairs, don't be petty as you separate. Don't waste your time trying to get back somebody who doesn't want you for the sake of being together as a family. I got this nudge. Somebody may be trying to guilt somebody into staying with them so that they, do it for the kids, do it for this, do it for that. Trying to guilt somebody into staying there when somebody doesn't want to be there. Somebody isn't the best version of themselves while they're there. And somebody's trying to be creative, whether it's creative to keep somebody else stuck there or creative to move forward in a positive direction and with a positive solution. I know that those are very different tracks. So again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But this is an opportunity for change. And if the door knocks, you got to open it. But you can't go through a new door until you close another one. And so don't waste your time on what isn't for you. If there's something toxic in your environment and you recognize it and you can't unsee it, and you know that your environment's contaminated, maybe the devil did walk through your door and you are saying under one condition, this is how it has to be. Don't waste your time on things that don't serve you for the highest good, for your highest good, that make you feel less than. And don't waste your time trying to keep something that is stagnant, that is ineffective. Because maybe you've been manifesting this new opportunity of what you do actually want, and this is the universe responding to your manifestation efforts. So that definitely jumped around a little bit, and I just realized I don't even have music playing. Like, I just wanted to dive into this so much. I was so excited. So that's part of the reading. Silence is golden, I guess. So Aries, I hope this helps. I hope that you can, move forward, remove yourself from what doesn't belong to you, and don't try to hold on to things that aren't for you. Because all that's going to do is keep you in a cycle that one or both of you isn't happy. And again, if there are kids involved, they need two happy, whole parents. And they need a good example of what that looks like. So I send you nothing but love. I hope this helps. And thank you.